Okay, so this is going to be another in-bed video. The weather here in New Zealand is rubbish. Check this out. Oh! I'm pretty sure my dog hasn't peed all day because he hasn't been outside. I'm laughing because in my tired bed state last night, I posted my video without editing it. I'm going to talk about that today. If you've ever wondered what you want, and that could be a person, the perfect income situation, the perfect clients, anything really, you just feel like it hasn't landed, I want you to consider whether it is because you are pushing too hard. You are attached to the outcome. And I know people talk about that a lot, but maybe they don't talk about what's underneath, the why you attach to the outcome, the why you push so hard, and why you just can't be in surrender and trust that it's yours so that you can feel it like it's there already. Feel that resonance, which is what draws it towards you. So last night I just had this beautiful dream, and this dream was about a kiss, and it just felt so perfect. It was a feeling of home. It was a feeling of wholeness. It was a feeling of resignation to what is, in spite of everything in the world that might, and by the world I mean 3D reality, that might suggest that this could be a fantasy, you know? And I'm bringing this up because when we have these goals or we have these desires, what we do is we don't go to that feeling of it's divine, it's mine, it's already here. We actually look outside of ourselves for the validation in our external world as to if it's possible, when it's coming. And like I talked about in my other video, where change is actually happening is in the unseen. So I realized in reflection on this kiss that it wasn't the person that I was kissing that was the soul message, right? Because this dream was a soul dream. I know the feeling of a soul dream. They're very different to normal dreams. It was me kissing the part of me that knows what it feels like to be fully met in my absolute raw truth. And what's interesting is that in this dream, this kiss came after I'd been at this massive event and I'd fully embodied the truth of who I am now, the work that I'm doing. I'd been fully out there, fully expressed. And then this kiss rocked in and confirmed that I can meet myself there. I can meet myself there in true authenticity, even if I don't feel perfect. So if I then contrast that with uploading that video last night by accident and the feeling that came, so that was this afternoon that it's been up there like 12 hours, and I realized the whole thing had gone up with no editing at all, like me looking at my notes, picking my nose, looking just a wreck, to be honest. And to be honest, what rose up is shame. Fear of being seen like that, fear of being seen as unattractive, fear of being seen as stupid, incapable of recording a video without looking at notes, right? The truth is, I was looking at my notes, I was not quite, I'm not going to make excuses, but I was tired, right? I was just tired. And that's contrast to what I felt in the dream. And this is where most people are getting stuck. So we've got to look at the energy of everything. The energy of everything. And triggers are rising up the energy of the wound, the feeling that we in our general lives are numbing, justifying, like collapsing into and becoming the emotion of and having, big emotional whatever it is, or then trying to get into the fix, right? Fix it. Instead of just fucking feeling it, instead of just allowing it to be. True transformation doesn't come from bypassing what we feel. It comes from being with the feeling long enough, as uncomfortable as it feels, so that the energy of it can transmute. And what it's doing when it transmutes is going from locked up in the base of you, locked up in the core of you, to rising through these chakras that we have and the purposes of them being there, which is ultimately ascending this feeling through the heart, through unconditional love, so that it can transmute through us. It can become wisdom. So if you look at this in terms of clients, for example, and you mirror it to wanting clients, you say you want the clients, but actually your energy is guarded. Your heart's got a wall up. You don't feel good enough, capable enough to deliver what you say you want to. You're feeling unworthy of the sale. So this is where it's actually you that is the issue. It's not the marketing. It's not what you're saying. It's not your pricing. It's not the offer. It is that you will not let anybody get close enough to see the version of you that isn't perfect. So why we resist feeling the root, the wound? I mean, it's obvious, right? It's fucking uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. And it's like, and I did this when my marriage, it had ended, but I was kind of facing each of the fears that were coming up about actually leaving my home, setting up on my own. And it was like, I had to sit there, I had to sit and face every single fear deeply to realize that it was just an illusion. And this is the same of the fears that you have about yourself, the fears that you are unworthy, the fears that, you think there's parts of you to be ashamed of, there's parts of you that are too much, there's parts of you that you just can't bear to show people, right? So you try and hide them. You have got to sit with the discomfort of each of those feelings long enough that you can transmute them into unconditional love and the wisdom that helps you to express yourself in the world. We fear that if we let these parts of ourselves rise, no one will love us, no one will choose us, no one will pay us. It's that fear of loss again, but loss is an illusion. Those parts of you are actually portals to your power because they are your full expression, and your full expression is your true expression, and your true expression is the highest frequency of unconditional love. It's magnetic. So if you skip feeling them, you also skip accessing the frequency that enables you to fully receive. So this is where we get into the alchemy, right? Feeling before you run out and try and fix. It's like, I just thought that sounds like quite a cute little caption, slogan. Feel before you fix. But it's the roadmap of the fucking soul, right? I'm going to give you a 3-step process right now to feel before you fix, and it's super simple. You can do it anywhere. The minute a feeling rises up, shame, embarrassment, you're going to pause and you're going to give it your absolute presence. You're not going to fix it, you're not going to numb it, you're not going to justify it. You're just going to sit in the rawness of it, and you're going to breathe. You're going to witness what is coming up, and you're not going to have judgment of it. You're simply going to see it for what it is. Wow, okay, I'm feeling some embarrassment right here, like I did, right? I'm feeling a little bit of embarrassment here that somebody might realize that sometimes I script my videos, sometimes I write notes. I'm a human, I have a cold, and I picked my nose. It's like, what is rising, and can I let that part of me speak without silencing it? Because that's what we're doing every time we avoid it. We are being the parent that says, sit down there and, you know, be seen and not heard, or not even seen. And then we want to use the body to alchemize, right? So this is where breath work comes in, movement comes in, sound comes in. You're going to let the energy move. I have a free app called the Awakened Wealth app. And on there is a 7x7 method that's got 7 free techniques, neurosomatic rituals. Each of them are 7 minutes long. The idea is actually to do them 7 times a day, so you're constantly sitting in this observing space, and you're learning to transmute energy, and you're learning to notice that once you've transmuted the story, you actually start seeing the truth, right? And Alexa, stop. So I'm going to put the link to that app in the comments, and I'm just going to close on that kiss again. Me and my dream. What if the kiss that you're longing for, whether it be the client, whether it be the number in the bank account, whether it be just whatever it just isn't external at all. It's not somebody else's kiss upon your lips. It's just your soul waiting for you to kiss the part of you that you've been avoiding. To have absolute deep intimacy, unconditional love, compassion, closeness, presence. Not rushing off away from it, not trying to push it down, not trying to hide it, feeling it without trying to fix it. I hope that was helpful. I need to decide whether I'm going to take my ropey ute out onto the roads. I've got 2 bold tires on the front. But that's the gym. It's yoga. I love it. Okay.